Hey, good people. This is the Confessions of a Nail Tech podcast. I'm your host, Rashida H. Muhammad, Nail Tech affectionately known as Ra. I have so much to share with you this evening. Welcome. Let's get started. Hey, good people. Happy Tuesday. I have more good news to share. I've been accepted into the graduate program at Clark Atlanta University. I am a future Panther and will be pursuing my master's degree in business administration this fall. Some wonderful things are in the works for me moving forward. With that being said, I have hit the ground running in search of scholarships and grants for advanced degrees. So if you know of any, please direct me to them or direct them this way. But I came across a scholarship for entrepreneurs where I had to answer a question in either video form or essay form. There was a two-part question. What are some challenges that entrepreneurs face, and how are you overcoming these challenges? Of course, I answered in video format. It's on my YouTube channel, Nails by Ra. And my answer was almost second nature because earlier last week I had to make a public service announcement about nail services pricing or pricing for nail services. This came after I saw a long status on Facebook about the refusal to support certain nail salons that charge more than $25 for a full set of acrylic nails. This is not 1993. But prior to that, I had heard a lot of complaints about nail salon prices and the way nail techs charge for their services these days. Immediately, I thought about how discouraging it could be for a budding nail technician to see these kinds of complaints and begin to sell themselves short in pricing. I felt the need to defend the rising costs of services. And you're in for a treat because this episode is dedicated to determining your price. In short, my response to the challenge that entrepreneurs face was determining fair pricing. I know the uncertainty behind how to scale your pricing to stay competitive but attractive to clientele and repeat clientele. So newbies, do not worry. As you gain more experience and clientele, you want to be sure that you are not selling yourself short just to please a client. Well, how do you determine your price? There is a simple formula where you add your costs and add your labor and subtract the service. However, sometimes it's just pure feeling. How often do you find yourself purchasing your acetone, your alcohol, your monomer, your powder, your cuticle oils, your lotions, your barbicide, your products? You always want to make sure you are making a profit somehow. This was something I struggled with when I first started. I was a traveling nail technician and I charged what I thought was fair. I didn't want to take advantage of any customer, and I also had a passion for what I was doing. So, it didn't bother me that I was more expensive than the salon, but I was more expensive because I was coming to you. So I did factor in gas money in addition to a deposit. It wasn't until a client told me that I should be charging more for my services that I started to factor in gas prices for real. When I left the salon, I was lucky enough to have my clients follow me, but I didn't want to inconvenience them by having them pay so much more for my services. Well, at least that was my first mind. So, Ra, what do I do about determining my price? Simple. Know your target market. Are you trying to appeal to women 18 to 25? Are you trying to appeal to women older? Some of these women may not have much disposable income. So, if you're trying to target 18 to 25, you may want to keep your prices moderate to low. If you are targeting women who may have some disposable income, who are older, and then you can keep your prices moderate to high, and so on and so forth. The idea here is to know your clients. This can be learned during conversation and observation. It is honest, but it's also business. Keep in mind the kinds of services and products that you will be using. in offering. I believe this is the ultimate deal breaker. It's the make or break. It doesn't make sense to purchase a $75 acrylic system, a $120 gel system, a $250 curing lamp, and then charge anything less than $40 per service. Additional work requires additional time and product, so charge accordingly. I'll provide you with a rough example, okay? And I say rough because we aren't using real numbers or factoring in the cost of utilities. We're focusing strictly on the price of product, the time it takes, add-ons, and the service. We'll get to the nitty-gritty right after this quick break.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. The best part? You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Okay, you just bought your $75 acrylic system. You bought your monomer and your powder from Premium Nails. You have your $250 gelish LED lamp and the $120 collection of summertime nail matching nail and gel polish. That's a $445 expense off the rip. You have to make your money back and make a profit by the end of the week. How are you going to do this? Here's the fun part. You have a client, she wants a full set of medium length coffin shape acrylic nails with gel polish and Swarovski crystals on 2 nails, full out bling. You know you can do a full set of short square nails from start to finish in 45 minutes. It typically takes you about 10 minutes to shape, 20 minutes to mold the acrylic, 5 minutes to file and shape, and another 5 minutes to polish and dry. However, when adding a length and a new shape, it takes additional time, thus costing additional money. I hope you're following me because I'm going to start talking fast. Your physical labor is just as important, okay? Okay, so your starting cost for a medium coffin set is $55. That's the starting cost. That is an additional $10 for the shape and $5 for the length. If you remember from earlier when I mentioned you shouldn't charge anything less than $40 for a full set of nails when you're purchasing quality products, okay? Now, you have to factor in the gel polish and the crystals. That is additional product and additional time to do a full coverage nail with crystals and to polish and cure 10 fingers with gel polish. Are you still with me? Now, you can charge the designs at your discretion because those items ultimately pay for themselves over time and are always a profit because they are just add-ons. What's your grand total? Did you calculate? Did you do it? Well, it depends. For a medium acrylic set with gel and 2 bling nails, that is a $95 service from me. For a medium with gel and 2 full covered crystal nails. All right? I've seen it cost more. I've seen some people charge less, but I try to stay somewhere in the middle. Granted, that price can fluctuate if you want longer nails and more crystals. You have to make your money back and make a profit. Breaking even is okay, maybe in your first year of business, but the goal is to earn a living that will maintain and eventually enhance your quality of life. Yes, there will be some clients whose income or statuses change and they may no longer be able to afford your services. There will be, and I'm being blunt here, There will be people who want to support you, strike up a conversation with you, inquire about your services, decide that you charge too much, and then poof, disappear. It's a growing pain, especially when you're starting out, but you will get used to it. I'll leave you with this. Never sell yourself short.
Hey there. I know we covered a lot today, quite a bit actually, but don't worry, I'll bring you up to speed. First and foremost, there is nothing wrong with only being a nail technician. If that's your thing, you're really good at it, succeed. You have so many avenues to explore on this road to success. And finally, I found 3 major ways that could potentially increase your revenue. 1, dropship. 2, become a brand ambassador. And 3, a quarterly subscription box. Until next time. Thank you for tuning in to the Confessions of a Nail Tech podcast. I've been your host, Rashida H. Muhammad, Nail Tech affectionately known as Ra. Make sure you tune in next week, Tuesday, for our next episode. Looking forward to hearing from you. In the meantime, subscribe to the Confessions of a Nail Tech podcast and make sure you stay in the loop by following me across the board on social media at Nails by Ra. Also visit me at www.nailsbyra.com. Until next time.